Hello, we are Sorted Food. And this is part 2 of our huge Savannah challenge, where in 24 hours, we'll be hosting a dinner party for a table of Savannah locals. But to do that, we have to truly understand Southern hospitality. In episode 1, we explored the city to get a taste of Savannah's incredible offerings before dipping our toes in the water and giving it a first try.
I think you have a future in this.
But that was nothing compared to what was to come. Along Savannah's coastline are a group of spectacular islands that we were keen to explore. Wilmington Island had something quite special waiting for us, the Savannah Bee Company, and we were there to meet Kenneth, the mead magistrate.
Bees are so incredibly important to us. They're responsible for at least 1/3 of all the food that we eat. Our owner, Ted, he likes to call them flying teddy bears, and that's exactly what they are. This is a general observational hive. This is what we would put in schools all throughout the country through our Bee Cause project. Mead is just one of those wonderful gifts of nature that was never truly intended to happen, you know? At least that's how I see it. Nobody truly knows who came up with mead. Some hunter-gatherer that was brave and thirsty, and they brought it back to their village, and were like, hey, I can swing this axe really hard when I drink this stuff. The first one that we're gonna start with is Monk's Mead. It's a traditional mead, so honey, water, and yeast. Really, really good one. It tastes like beer and champagne had a baby and came out about 12%. So cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. The more you sip on it, the more the honey notes come through.
That is absolutely delicious.
Y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
The reason why Savannah has no open container law is because we are such a haunted city. We firmly believe that if you fill yourself with enough good spirits, the bad spirits leave you alone. Very important. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
This is another style of mead called a mellow. So that means you're adding a fruit during the fermentation process. Actually a sweet body, but then it finishes dry.
Yeah.
So again, like it kind of makes you think it's overly sweet, but it's not. This one right here though, really interesting method blend because it is using hops. Really nice. This is kind of like a Prosecco with a splash of elderflower, Saint Germain.
That's sensational. What kind of serving size? Like, is this 125 ml? Is it 175 ml? Is it a shot?
It depends on the day that you've had. So
Great. Another delicious alcohol to add to the collection.
You don't have a collection. You're like me. You buy something, you drink it.
It was time to head out and meet the creators of this incredible liquid, and that meant veiling up.
So welcome to our apiary. We got some of these hives out here.
How often would you say you get stung?
Not nearly enough. Hey girls, what's up? It's good to talk to your bees. Say sweet things to them. Smoke's been used for quite some time. All that's gonna do is just kind of calm them down. Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
So that is a lovely piece of comb. You can see how heavy it is.
Yeah.
That's probably, what, like 7 pounds-ish, honey? Stick your finger right in there. Stick it in there and just make sure you lift your veil, otherwise, again, you'll have a sweet veil.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that awesome?
That's unbelievable.
That's so good.
That process was happening and has been happening forever. It's magical.
It is, it really is. Flying teddy bears, they tickle you when they walk on you.
Get him. Of course, we had to grab some of that mead and honey before heading to the Old Pink House, a restaurant in a stunning downtown mansion built in the 1700s. Fine dining with a modern twist.
On this dish alone, this is going to have 2 fried green tomatoes with some candied smoked applewood bacon, topped out with a black peppercorn thyme buttermilk dressing, baby green salad, caramelized apples, spiced pecans, and we also have a pecan encrusted goat cheese fritter. Now this is the guy right here. This is a locally sourced flounder. We score it down to the bone, as you see, on both sides of the fish. A little salt, pepper, a little seasoned flour. We flash fry this. This is our southern sushi. Local Georgia shrimp, which are a little bit sweeter. And instead of rice, we wrap them in grits.
This is the most bizarre thing, and I'm kind of here for it.
Southern sushi. Oh, you've changed.
It's a nice restaurant. Cheers, boys.
That is tasty.
So obviously when you eat sushi,
Yeah.
you expect to have those individual grains that are soft but got a slight sort of sticky bite to them. Whereas here, the grits and the slightly spiced shrimp runs all the way through it.
I'm liking the creativity.
Yeah.
That's like a dish that me and you would try and do in the bathroom, but not get right.
What I like is it gives us permission to play around and mix and merge some of the amazing flavours and ingredients we've seen.
I think we should definitely do that.
I've never had a BLT with green tomato. I mean, BLT is a combination that works and always has done. Take out a ripe, juicy red tomato and sub it for a tangy green tomato that's been fried, but then have that buttermilk dressing. Party tasting for a salad.
If all salad tasted like this, I'd eat them more often. I don't think I've ever had flounder before.
Have you not?
Cheers, boys.
Oh, it's super flaky, isn't it?
Oh.
That apricot chutney has got a real sort of smoky bitterness to it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious. Evan, chuck us one of those biscuits. Let's see what we're getting ourselves in for.
It's so good.
There have been discussions about potentially attempting to make one of these with our menu. Oh,
That's the fluffiest thing in the world.
oh.
That's so buttery.
That one is pure butter.
Salted butter, but there is that sugar in there. As he said, a little bit of sugar brings it out.
That vinaigrette. What was in that?
Orange zest.
Orange zest in the vinaigrette.
Again, lots of fruit going on.
Spiced pecans.
We should use the pecan. I'm still really worried about eating.
I'm worried about the. Do you know what? I've made scones loads of times.
These aren't scones, Evans.
They're made in the same way, but it's different ratios of ingredients, and they end up a different product. I have never made a biscuit.
Oh, good.
In true Southern hospitality style, they've gifted us a dessert that we didn't even order.
Everyone said we've got to eat the praline while we're here.
Yeah.
Very southern thing.
Oh, you can really taste the pecans in that, can't you? Vanilla, ice cream, homemade.
Made in-house, and that is also excellent.
That's the perfect end to a meal.
Boys, we've eaten a lot. Have we got any idea what we're doing tomorrow?
I think no. Actually, no.
It's almost like we have too many ideas. How do we make them work?
Despite still not yet having a plan for tomorrow's challenge, we thought we'd put it to the back of our minds and spend the evening taking advantage of Savannah's famous nightlife.
Still can't win a dance class, though, can
I found a boozy peach.
It's 9:30 in the evening. We've got frozen alcoholic slushies because you're allowed to drink them on the street. And we have plans to meet someone.
We don't know who or where they're going to take us. We've just been told to be here.
No.
Yes! Amazing!
Being late, how we doing this evening?
Very well. We're doing good.
Lovely, lovely. So, my name is Miss J. Devereaux.
Y'all can applaud. My name is Miss Marie Pond. It's a pleasure to meet y'all. We are going to be y'all's honorary drag mothers this evening.
I think we have to cross the street.
Uh-oh. No, that
Have
means...
you already learned lesson number 1? Everybody say hey! Are we good? Hey, this whole area right here is one of the oldest bars in Savannah.
A lemon shot. I mean, the clue is what's strapped to the side of it.
Lovely. Isn't it yummy?
Are we ready to go to another place?
Yeah.
Hey, cowboy!
Hey.
This way right here, gentlemen.
Do y'all know what a death drop is?
Oh my God! Dixie.
Boom!
Arms out.
Like that.
Yes!
Yes.
All in
You
one.
did it, Dixie! Alrighty, y'all. Well, welcome to Barrel House.
For peach.
Savannah has an interesting culture because we have an art school that exists here, and we have a historically black city, as well as a city that has progressive heroes like Casimir Pulaski and other Native American figures. So it's a little bit more accepting.
How we doing, Savannah?
Somehow, we'd woken up feeling fresh, raring for the task ahead. But it was time for the hard work to begin, starting with a return to our amazing friends at Davis Produce.
Today is the day. We think we've got a plan. It's all about setting up and buying our ingredients. So I'm back at Davis. Do you have any tomatoes?
We have orange tomatoes, which are really great.
Okay. Some okra, some peaches, and then some sort of sweet relish.
So this is our Vidalia onion relish. It's sweet.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much.
You too.
Take care. Thank you.
Welcome to our crib. Let me show you where we're hosting tonight's dinner party. This is spectacular. Come on in. Welcome to the entrance hall. And in here, This is where the hospitality happens. Hey! And this is the list that we're trying to conquer in the next 3 hours.
Jay, stop chatting, stop chopping. Our pork dish is slow-cooked pulled shoulder of pork, cooked in the monk's mead, plus all the usual suspects: onion, garlic, oregano, smoked paprika, salt and pepper. And let's sit for the chef. We have been surrounded by boats, and especially shrimp boats, throughout our entire time in Savannah, so we have to do some shrimp. So we're starting off with a base of bacon and bacon fat, then the classics: onion, carrot, celery and garlic. Sweat it all off before last minute adding in some seasoned shrimp. We've left the tails on, we're going to saute it off and serve up simple as.
Who are you most worried about impressing?
I think it's the fact we've got such a mixture. Food writers, chefs, people who've lived here all their life, people who create the produce we're using.
Baseball players.
Baseball players. I was going to put cider vinegar in this gazpacho, but why not use pickling juice from the okra?
Yes.
We've had cream corn a number of ways. This is our take on it, not hot but cold, like a corn gazpacho, because when we tasted the corn, it was too good to cook. So we've got peeled cucumber, pepper, onion, garlic, corn, and our pickle liquid from the okra.
What we want to try and do is pay homage to Chef Captain Sailor Steve off of the Burger Boat. He had this amazing sauce that he put on his shrimp tacos. It's a combo of mayonnaise, sour cream, sriracha, bit of cumin. In fact, actually, I wonder whether that's too much cumin. Smoked paprika. And when we've nailed this sauce, it's going to be the salad to our potato salad. And what I mean by that is the sauce that binds it all together. There you go. Is that the Carolina Reaper? Yeah. Yeah, but that's had a splash of cider vinegar. It definitely tastes more acidic now.
Bear with you, I'm just stuffing a cavity.
It's always something disgusting as well.
Now, we're not going to get anywhere close to the wonderful smoked chicken that we had at Wiley's, but we are going to roast chicken, because that's the British way, but with all of those influences. So we've stuffed it with lemon, and now we're going to brush it over with honey from the showroom, plus peach and Carolina Reaper sauce and mustard. So kind of homage to those flavours we tasted, but with the ingredients we picked up along the way.
Walking around with a lamp for the last 15 minutes.
Hope you get an idea.
Pardon?
Hope you get an idea.
This is the attention to detail that the Southerners will come to expect from us. Oh,
Whilst we took care of the reception room downstairs, Ben was getting to work on the most intimidating element of the meal.
I'm following a recipe from a Southern cookbook, and every bone in my body wants to put a little bit more butter in this because I'm used to making like a crumble or a scone mixture. Now, Marsha said make it on the wetter side, but you've got to be able to roll it out and cut it, so it's kind of a fine line. What she did say was years of practice, and you just know when it's right. I haven't had any practice, and I've got no idea. I'm excited for this evening because we've had such a wonderful time and everybody's been so nice. I can't imagine they will be anything but lovely when they sit down to dinner. That said, we really want to show our appreciation and do something extra special, not just, no, so I'm also doing this while the boys are downstairs. I don't need an audience.
Oh, and you're seasoning as you go because you're sweating onto them as you...
No.
You.
Am I sweating?
More a bit.
We've had some delicious pecans or pecans since we've been here, and they've all been smoked and roasted in loads of great spices. So I've just got some plain pecan halves, whisked up some egg white, chucked in some of our seafood rub, bake them off. Great flavour to it.
To see you again. It smells heavenly.
You can hear a bit of a hubbub downstairs. People are arriving.
What's up, guys?
I'm just busying myself, making sure that everything tastes as good as we'd all want.
Steve Martin. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
The boys can keep everyone downstairs for just another 5 minutes or so with lemonade, beer and wine. It should all go to plan.
Oh, wow.
That's really good.
This takes me back, been a while, and it's showtime.
Thank you so much for everyone who's come. We've basically tried to take inspiration from each one of people that we've met along the way and made a British spin on taking some of that influence and putting them into these dishes. So be kind.
So to kick-start, a take on creamed corn, except we're going in this southern heat with an ice-cold corn gazpacho.
It brings back memories of that fresh corn on the cob.
Pulled pork, which has been cooked and pulled in mead. Some barbecue shrimp. And everywhere you look, there are more shrimp boats, so we couldn't not put them on the table. We've had some pretty phenomenal chicken since we've been here, fried and smoked at Wiley's, and yeah, we couldn't do either of those really justice here. So we've given it our take on the British roast chicken, but with a glaze of honey, peach and Carolina Reaper. Oh. So it's got that kind of spice, the honey and the fruitiness all across it.
This is the interesting.
I mean, I can make a scone or a scone, but the thought of trying to make biscuits for your...
Right, I'm like, this is interesting.
You killed it, man. You crushed it.
Chicken and
Everything's gonna be delicious.
This pork is fantastic.
There's an old term called GOB, good old boy. Mm-hmm. Y'all are good old boys.
Not only is it appreciation, it's also respect. Like, all right.
Oh, thank you.
Respect.
Thank you. Do you know what? When you're cooking with ingredients so fresh, you almost can't go wrong, because what we found with all the food we've had here is, since we've been in the city, is often less is more.
Definitely.
But serve it with a smile and in generous portions.
I have to say that the food and the experience were just wonderful. You all are all so amazing.
Everything I'd had in my mouth was just it was so tasteful. It's such a fun night, so many cool people and learning new things about, the culinary field. It was just this perfect mesh of the two cultures, and you could taste it in the palate, and it was super cool.
They could come here and open a place, and these Southern folks would come right in and just eat their food. They did a good job of it.
It was definitely a very special exchange of energy tonight, because we had the opportunity to learn more about their background and their culture, as well as them being open and receptive to learning more about the background and culture of the Geechee Gullah and just being a Southerner as a whole. And it felt really good. It was very heartwarming.
Y'all are Southern now. Don't fool yourself for a minute. You're Southern now. The food was great,
The best way to someone's heart is through their stomach. So they made it into all of our hearts, and they will always be there, as long as they keep us fed.
Our time in Savannah absolutely blew us away. From the beautiful sandy beaches to the incredibly rich food culture and welcoming Southern hospitality. It was certainly somewhere that none of us would be forgetting anytime soon.